Welcome to 5 Minutes, your quick dive into the wide-ranging world of insurance, technology, and leadership. I'm Miguel Edwards, and I'll be your guide as we explore these topics that are transforming not just the insurance industry, but the business world at large. Along with sharing observations I've made over the span of my career in insurance, technology, and operations, I'll be chatting with some of the brightest minds in business and leadership. Whether you're a seasoned executive or a rising star, an industry expert, or just curious about how technology is revolutionizing insurance, this is your perfect spot for your weekly dose of insights. This is 5 Minutes.
I mean, I can't help but think that there is an incredible use case for AI to come in and help with these model changes, these mental model changes. Am I on the right track?
I think potentially.
Yeah.
I say potentially because AI, like a lot of things, is garbage in, garbage out.
Sure.
There's two kinds of things you can feed it. One is question, which people can describe them as prompts or tokens, right, in API world. The second is data.
Yep.
So let's talk about them both. If the data is bad, even if you ask a good question, the answer will be bad. Unreliable, inaccurate, hallucination, all the bunch. If the question is bad, well, you're not going to get a quality answer even if the data is good. So both have to be of quality.
Yeah.
So I think there's a humongous amount of potential, but we need to spend more time around AI readiness. How do we feed it the right questions and ensure it has good data to give us the right answers? But at the end of the day, if we have good questions and good data in a perfect world, then what AI does really well, regardless of insurance, is it answers questions a lot more quickly at scale than humans.
Yes.
It's not yet very great at asking questions.
Right.
So our main output stops being answering stuff. Our main output as intelligent beings goes from answers to how do I ask the right question?
Yeah.
How do I break down one complex question into 10 sensible questions? And not a lot of people have adopted to that. They're still adopting to the workflow where my boss told me to do something, a question or prompt, and I do it, the answer.
Right.
If that's still the workflow mentally, then AI is not going to be super transformational.
Yeah, I'm with you. That is fascinating. And as you're describing that, Nelson, I'm actually thinking about my own journey in AI, and you're exactly right. It's all about how to distill down this question to a point where you're really answering a why type of question. I love that thought process. There's so much strength in there. Nelson, give me an opportunity to learn a little bit about your firm and what it is that you do, and talk a little bit about APIs. And I'm very curious, especially since you have a life focus, right?
So we do life, annuity, group, dental, disability, long-term care. Really, a whole bunch of stuff in the life, annuity, and health space in general.
Got it. And so part of what I'm kind of interested in is, as you take me through that thought process, why is it so specifically centered in that space? And is it transferable to PNC? If not, why? That type of thing.
Yeah, we got started in the life, health, and annuity space just because it's by far lagging the most in innovation compared to other verticals or adjacent verticals like PNC or other financial services. But I would say the technology we do is widely applicable to a range of financial service use cases. So what we do specifically is actually quite simple from a value prop perspective. We have an API infrastructure that helps carriers go headless. It's a fancy engineering technical term, but all it really means is you can do business with any third party in any third party interface, and you are not captive to any interface of your own. So the best example is I mentioned Stripe. Stripe helps you take Visa payment in any interface. You go to McDonald's, you go to Walmart, you go to Amazon, Stripe is taking that payment, but you never go to stripe.com or visa.com.
Right.
That's headless. Banking went headless when Plaid built the infrastructure and then Venmo allowed us to send $20 to each other. I don't actually need to know what bank you bank with. But pre-Venmo, I did.
Yeah.
I need to either write you a check or log into my online banking, and then you log into your online banking, and then we've all wasted 20 minutes of our life or never get back.
Right.
There is really no such reusable infrastructure in especially life, health, and annuity. And the question I saw a lot of people ask is, what is the best experience? And then I found that to be really silly because that depends who you ask. So what's the best experience for life or group dental or individual disability? And do we pick this vendor, that vendor? Do I do homegrown? And I think answer is none of the above. the world will not agree on one singular experience because people have unique businesses, people are unique individuals, and you business and personal use cases. So you shouldn't have to pick a winner. If you have to pick a winner, then your distribution channel is super narrow.
Sure.
You should be so widely applicable in the headless way that as long as you and I can do good business, I don't care if your interface is green, blue, yellow, and you have 3 drop-down menus or 1.
Right.
I'm a financial services company. I care about good financial distribution and good risk.
Got it. I love that.
It's like Visa. Visa doesn't care if I sell my pair of shoes on a blue website or a green website.
Yeah, just hook up here.
Hook up and I'll process your payments.
That's right.
I'm not in the business of managing interface.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. That's awesome. Let me wrap up with this question, Nelson. So as you look into your crystal ball, given all
I wish I had one.
Yeah, right. That's the first thing, right? First, I need a crystal ball. But as you look into your proverbial crystal ball, you know, what do you see coming down the pike? What's the next step? I know we're always kind of thinking about a roadmaps. What do you have in your mind kind of as the next step?
For the industry or for my company?
Well, let's do both, but let's start with the industry.
I think the industry is going to go through the classic adoption curve.
Yeah.
First, very skeptical. AI won't do a thing.
Yeah.
And then the epiphany. AI will change everything and nobody will have jobs. Software engineers will cease to exist as a profession. And then boom, valley of despair. Oh no, it didn't do anything for us. And then you get into like this equilibrium state where, hey, it can do a lot of very sensible things about us if we're thoughtful about it. So I think we're just about going towards epiphany.
Yeah, love that. That's awesome. And how about for your company?
What I want to do is avoid that roller coaster because we're in the midst of it.
Sure.
And we want to help people adopt AI and be AI ready in a sensible way, because as we help carriers do business in a headless way, there is going to be some AI use cases, and a lot of it is not going to be powered by a solution I develop.
Yeah.
There's going to be third-party models like OpenAI, Anthropic. So I think helping carriers build the infrastructure so they can tackle things in a way where they make sensible expectations about what they do and do not want to get out of it.
Got it.
That'll be our job.
That's awesome.
Thank you for joining this episode of 5 Minutes. If you've enjoyed our discussion, we'd love for you to share it with anyone else you think might find it interesting. Also, please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're listening on and hit that bell to stay on top of the game with our practical 5-minute episodes. We look forward to seeing you again next week.